guys, it's Brooke from the Vintage Gardener Podcast, and you're either hearing me or you're seeing me. Yeah, that's right, I am changing the format of the podcast. Why? Well, it's really hard. Things have changed. When I first started blogging, you know, you had a blog, people were into going to blogs, they were into leaving the comments, and they didn't mind clicking places. These days, like, nobody wants to click off of anything. And so I have had a podcast, and it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify and Google Play, in case you were not aware of that. So if you already have listened to podcasts, you can subscribe through any of those platforms. But I have posted the links before, but people aren't really clicking through to my blog. Now, maybe some of that is because as soon as I said I had a podcast, you ran to iTunes and you clicked subscribe. If you did, that's great. Unfortunately, I do not know because I'm still trying to understand these analytic things for the podcast. The iTunes podcast analytics is in the beta mode, and quite frankly, it's just not telling me a blessed thing. I'm still trying to figure out my way around Spotify and Google Play, but I can verify that they are on those. So maybe it's why you're not clicking to my blog, because that's how you're listening to it. And if you are, thank you. And actually, would you mind leaving a comment on here and letting me know which one it is? And I know I have posted, little clips here and there in Facebook and Instagram, which people seem to like. And so the one problem with Instagram and Facebook and even YouTube is that you can't just post audio. It's got to be a video. So what I'm going to do is, in addition to recording the podcast the traditional way, which is what I'm doing right now, which is into GarageBand, I'm also going to be simultaneously videoing myself as I'm talking. And so then I'm going to have to edit two different things. I'm going to have to edit the podcast as well as this video. But obviously, if it's a video, I can upload it to Facebook, I can upload it to Instagram, I can upload it to YouTube, and you guys can see it. I always kind of concerned with the audio part, the visual part, because like I said in the introductory podcast episode, a lot of planting is science, it's boring, and right now y'all are looking at talking head. Now maybe y'all are okay with this, but I personally don't want to be looking at my little head bobbling back and forth like a little doll. But that's what you're gonna get. So because it's no good me putting information out there, but it's not actually reaching people. So that's the way things are gonna work in future. So the podcast, the actual audio podcast, will be uploaded first, just because it's probably going to be easier just to edit it. With the audio visual podcast, I guess you would say, that's going to take a little bit longer, because just to make it interesting, I'm probably going to be adding pictures, showing you like screen captures of the website, so that way it makes it a little bit more interesting to watch, besides me just sitting here talking at you. So that's the way it's going to work, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe you guys realize, oh my gosh, I hate looking at your little head bobbling around. I'd much rather hear your voice. Or maybe you guys say, hey, I love watching a video podcast. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, you can subscribe through iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. And with the audio ones, obviously, if you're following my page on Facebook, you're going to see it. If you're following me on Instagram, you're going to see it with the Instagram TV. And if you're subscribing on, YouTube, you're going to see it on the channel. So plenty of ways for you to not miss out on the podcast. So the next episode that's coming up, I was planning to talk about soil, but I'm not doing that. We need to take a step back. What I'm going to be going over is, before we get to soil, because I kind of got to get the basics first, is I'm going to talk about resources for helping you know, like, what to plant. Not what to plant, but how to treat certain plants, like for example hydrangeas and that sort of thing, because every plant has different soil and light requirements, and you need to know where you can get the resources so that when you get it, it's like it actually works. Because even now, like I'll tell you something I messed up on was the hydrangeas. And I've been listening to podcasts and other things, and I'm like, oh shoot, I kind of picked the wrong hydrangea for what I was looking to do. And that's fine. It's, like I said, it's a learning experience. So that's how it's going to work. So the August podcast is going to be about the various flower societies that you can join and get information from. And so once we tackle that, then we can finally go to soil and your dirt and that sort of thing. And so it'll all make more sense then. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you go to my website, which is thevintagegardenernj.com, everything is always going to be there. The audio podcast is going to be there. The visual one would be there. So it's really a good starting place for anything that you're trying to want to find related to the information that I'll be presenting. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I will see you, or maybe you won't be seeing me in the next podcast. Bye.